Thank you so much, Mary, for agreeing to present in our Academic Training Partners meeting. So this is our 25th Academic Training Partners meeting. So it's really exciting. And thank you so much for taking your time to present. So Mary Abou Saab is the head of Technical Aids Unit at SESOBEL, Lebanon. So she'll be presenting of the wheelchair content that she's implemented in her training program. And she's also going to share challenges and how she had tried to overcome them as a team. So we're all excited for your presentation. So the floor is all yours.
Okay. So first of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share with you our experience in wheelchair service provision in Lebanon and specifically at SESOBEL. First of all, I come from a small, lovely country in Lebanon, so in the Middle East, at the east coast of the Mediterranean Sea. SESOBEL is a NGO which is located in the 20 kilometers north from Beirut, the capital. This is our building. So we have 4 buildings. So our SESOBEL works every year with more than 1,300 children with motor and intellectual disabilities, autistic syndrome disorder, polyhandicap, and neuromuscular diseases. Our mission targets 3 domains: the child, to ensure a harmonious development; the family, where we aim to inform her and support; and the society, in order to raise awareness and enhance values. We adopt a holistic approach, a personalized and specific care from birth till adulthood, including medical care, rehabilitation, social accompaniment, special education, emotional support, and existential counseling. I work in the rehabilitation department since 30 years, responsible for the technical aids and postural management unit, which is commonly known as the assistive technology department, with many departments like the research and development, medical, physio, OT, speech, psychomotor, and psychology unit. In this unit, we provide assessment and delivery of assistive devices in different domains, such as posture and mobility, orthosis, ADL, learning, communication, environmental control, leisure, and sports, in collaboration with a multidisciplinary team, therapists, educators, parents, caregivers, sales agent, and other resources. And today I will share with you our experience in only the wheelchair service provision, purpose, challenges, and achievements. Back to 1975, the date where SESOBEL was founded by Yvonne Chami. So SESOBEL changes many locations, and at this time, number of beneficiaries was increasing and need of wheelchair was increasing. And they must find a solution. So in collaboration with the Order of Malta and the Central Remedial Clinic in Dublin, 2 physiotherapists from SESOBEL had the opportunity to learn with 2 therapists from the CRC, Claudia and Andrew Sample, one physio and Andrew is a OT. And they start doing assessment at home. And that was the beginning of the journey. And then my boss, which is the first pediatric PT in Lebanon who did BOBA training in Italy, had an internship in seating in Dublin CRC. And in 1983, the first workshop took place at SESOBEL. And they start doing customized seating system using existing raw materials such as wood, foam, and leather. And that's how the first wheelchair service provision was created at SESOBEL. And around that time, there was war in Lebanon, and we used to receive wheelchairs in donation, and used wheelchair or new wheelchair, which we try to adjust and adapt to the users. At the time, also, there was many challenges concerning the culture. So the wheelchair was a scary word. Children with disabilities were hidden. Products, concerning products, there was no sale agent, unavailable products, no funding, and donated inappropriate wheelchairs. Concerning education, no course related to wheelchair provision is available in any educational program, with a lack of trained professionals. Concerning the healthcare system, no law, no procedure, nothing in the government. And in the context, of course, a physical environment was really inadapted to rarely adapted to wheelchairs. And in order to face these challenges, SESOBEL must think of a strategy. It was the wheelchair service provision development strategy, which based in 4 axes. And the first thing was the capacity building for SESOBEL personnel. And so we had the opportunity with many collaborators, with many friends, to do internship abroad in France, in England, in Germany sometimes, attending seminars, and the experts from abroad came to Lebanon also to teach us, and such as Handicap International, which is human and inclusion now. We were trained for many trainings with them. We were in partnership with them during 3 or 4 years. And of course, we did many documentation also to prepare ourselves to this field. And within the collaboration with Handicap International, we had our a new workshop was set up with the support of Handicap International with a very good equipment, and starting with knowledge, creativity, trial and error, and daily practice. Step by step, we set up our own procedures, our assessment in order to deliver and do follow-up, do trainings, and search for many product resources to serve our beneficiaries at SESOBEL. And at this time, so this period, that was our kind of, our type of product. So with foam, leather, and foam, and so it was our, and also with caster, we adapted the classroom chairs. You know, it's the first. That's how we went to serve and to find solution. Back to the development strategy. So at the national level, the healthcare system and product. So in the year 2000, the Ministry of Social Affairs, the government signed the law 220/2000 for persons with disability, which ensure the provision of the invalid card to cover some products like the provision of wheelchair, a classic wheelchair. And then the army starts providing wheelchairs also, starts funding this wheelchair. And we can see in this period that many sales agents start selling wheelchairs in Lebanon. So after this, many seating products were covered by the Ministry of Social Affairs, but they were not customized because of lack of knowledge among professionals. But at SESOBEL, we continue to add adaptation. We work with the Ministry of Social Affairs in order to adjust and in order to deliver appropriate seating system according to our procedures and to our way of thinking, and according to knowledge, scientific knowledge. And as you can see in the photo, we added many padding, many postural support device in order to promote function. And even you can see here the tilt and space system, the first one we did at SESOBEL. So, and meanwhile, in this period, so we moved to a new building with all the rehab department. We continue to, so it's our new workshop. It's bigger now and with a storage place. And we have, so we are, I am the physiotherapist in charge, and there is one technician, 2 technicians, and 3 children from the sheltered, from our children from SESOBEL young, who help us in the confection and in the reparation of the technical aids. We continue to provide wheelchair and another assistive devices, but still challenges. So our challenges concerning culture, it was accepted. So people or parents didn't hide their child anymore or less than before. About the products, we can find products, but they are expensive. Concerning education, nothing happened. Concerning healthcare system, the law was signed, but there is no recognition for wheelchair service provision, no assessment, no procedure. So just giving the wheelchair just like it comes. Concerning context, nothing changed. And we add one challenge, which was parents and professionals ask for adapted wheelchairs to enhance function and participation. Also, wheelchair professionals ask for solution and evidence. Why you do this, why you do that. They want explications, they want more scientific knowledge. And that was a big challenge for me and for us, for all the team. And as usual, our Irish friends, Claudia and Andrew, came back in Lebanon in 2007. And I got an invitation to visit the exhibition in Düsseldorf in 2008. And that was a turning point for me. Knowing the worldwide seating, it was wow for me. It was very impressive. I start looking for congress seminars. I start meeting new colleagues from abroad, working in the same field, and share with them my problems, my concerns, and got some solution, got some ideas. And then I attend the European Seating Symposium in 2009. And we had many trainings with Otobok, because we have the sales agent, the representative of Otobok in Lebanon is partner with us at SESOBEL. So we made some training in Lebanon or in Germany. So many resources in order to prepare myself to these new challenges. And of course, new concept now in wheelchair service provision, and especially the PSDs and the postural aid. So a new concept of the contoured cushion, inspired from the finished material that I saw during the congress or seminars. So we used to make it with our hands, so customized. Many new concepts also, like before we always make the 90 degrees, and now I saw that, oops, we can do it. No, we are not obliged to be in 90 degrees. So a new concept also. We tried to make the foam in place system also. And with our prosthesists, we manufacture seating using the CAD/CAM. In Lebanon, at the time, we know about the growing up chairs and tilt in space. We are more friendly with and more concerned to use it and to have explication for parents and for all professionals. So that was a golden age during this time, because we really evaluate, and we were recognized in Lebanon. And in 2015, it was before either. So we have to do, it was time for advocacy and awareness, and that's why in SESOBEL we organized the first Lebanese seating symposium, sponsored by Centre Haria, which is our partner, and Otobok, and many others like Sunrise and Invacare, represented in Lebanon by many sales agents. And it was this symposium, the purpose was advocacy and awareness. And it was a success in advocacy, and it was for professionals, for doctors, for parents, for people in the government, third-party payers, sales agents, NGOs, universities, all were invited, and all were happy to see what is happening and about to talk about specialized seating. And now, concerning education, it was, we have to do something. So I had the opportunity in 2017 to attend the wheelchair service training package with in collaboration in Jordan with Mobility India, who were our trainers, and they are very professional. So I got the basic, intermediate, and TOT certificate from the WHO, and then the ISWP wheelchair service provider certificate from the ISWP. And also now it was another turning point for me, for us. Why and how? Because what are the wheelchair service provision positive aspect? We got an internationally recognized certificate, so I can go to the Ministry of Social Affairs and tell them I have some recognition. So please, you have to do something about this problem, to talk about our problem, and to modify some procedures. But till now, I couldn't do anything because of our situation. Actually, it's not the time. So the second positive aspect, we develop new knowledge, especially in our daily practice, by using means adapted to our context and less expensive while following international guidelines and evidence-based practice. Thus, our beneficiaries and their parents are more satisfied with the positioning and are more eager to use it. So I can tell now the parents, you don't have to buy an expensive wheelchair. I can modify it. I can arrange a classic wheelchair. So we can do things like that until we have to see another solution. And then it allowed us to improve our working procedure in the delivery of wheelchair at SESOBEL by applying the 8 steps established by the WHO. And it's very amazing because you cannot forget any details. The fourth point is it opened the academic opportunity to us by starting a basic course for physiotherapy and occupational therapy students at St. Joseph University in Beirut. So now I'm teaching around 25 hours for PT and OT at University, St. Joseph University. It's not enough, but it's a beginning. I'm waiting for the web. Again, also, it was the positive aspect, the implementation of international recommendation at a national level through the organization of trainings for professional and postgraduate. And this situation creates new opportunities, starting a collaboration and partnership between SESOBEL and many organizations that donate wheelchairs in Lebanon. And the first one was ICRC. And with the ICRC, we did 6 trainings, 5 basic and 1 intermediate. And just last Monday, we make the last day for the intermediate level. About this, the impact of the WSTP concerning the certification and the training. So the number of participants till now, it was 71. The mainly participants are physio, OT, P&O. So the 11 is the CBR workers from WRF because of our situation, and now because I will talk about the blast after, but because of that, we have many CBR workers, so we are doing training for them. And then the workplace, the type of works of the participants mainly are NGOs, okay? And the other are prosthetic, orthopedic, private clinic, and the wheelchair service provision, they are 14. working mainly in partnership with the ICRC in the north of Lebanon, the frontier, in the north, the south, the interior. So they serve these places where there is nothing actually. And we are training them, we are doing auditing. So I'm going to their places in the north, in the Bekaa, in the place where they are doing, to do auditing for them and to help them, to support them. About the satisfaction questionnaire, so about related to the course, to the material adopted and the trainer, so 85% was excellent, 14% the satisfaction is good, and 1% fair. And then I adopt the pre and post test. I don't have numbers, but but there was a difference in the results between the pre and post test. An improvement was noted, confirming the new knowledge acquired between the pre and post test. And the suggestions from the evaluation, all the trainers, all the participants want more practice, want a case study, want problem solving, want TOT, and want more audit. So big challenges now. And this is some photos from our training center here in SESOBEL, and where we do practice and where we do all the theoretical, with also with beneficiaries came also, okay. And the certification, this is the last one, the intermediate, last Monday. Now, Beirut Blast. So last August, we had the Beirut Blast. It was a criminal, terrific event leading to more than 6,000 injury and 200 deaths. And of course, a property damage concerned about 15 billion US dollars. Following this blast, the whole world was mobilized to help Lebanon, among other things, donation of wheelchairs. Thanks to all the donors, but sometimes inappropriate wheelchair, as you know, can lead to major damages. And now we are facing this challenges since last September till now. We are working in Beirut Blast, and we, you know, the donors want to donate the wheelchair, want to make a photo, but he doesn't know about appropriate, inappropriate, good postural support. He doesn't know, only he cares about donating the wheelchair and take the photo. So how to stop this? At a national level, our role is to support NGOs, and that's what we are doing now. But NGOs who are donating wheelchairs are many now, and we cannot know about all them, and we cannot I cannot say to them, hey, come and take the training. So we cannot cover all these NGOs and the trainings. At an international level, I really don't know. I don't have any idea what we can do. Stop sending inappropriate wheelchair, it's not the solution. Providing procedures, how, with whom, there is no government, there is nothing, there is no procedure to do this. So I don't know. This is a big question and a big problem that we are facing now since August. And at the end, the challenges never end. We have to fight and work to find solutions and get over them. And for the future, we have many, the road is not to end here. We have a long road still have it. About the strategy for the futures, of course, concerning the capacity building, have enough self-resourcing always with attending symposium, congresses, etc., documentation, doing training for others, doing TOT. But of course, this kind of the TOT needs organization, needs funding, etc. doing partnership with new NGOs who are delivering wheelchair service provision, or also doing a research. Actually, we don't have time to make research. We have we want funding also for this kind of work. And concerning education, we have to increase the number of teaching hours at St. Joseph University, and I look forward to use the web. And we have to advocate other universities. We still have eight universities for PT and one for OT. And concerning the healthcare system and the products, we have to do all this. So we have the Ministry of Social Affairs or the Ministry of Health have to recognize the wheelchair service provision and the 8 steps from WHO. They have to modify their procedures. They have to follow the aids. They have to add new laws to modify even the assistive technology list by adding new product according to the international guidelines, because our list in the Ministry of Social Affairs, it's since 2001, and I think many things and many changes occur since then. So I think this is the end. Always for a better quality of life. Our ultimate goal is to change and develop, and we will be doing this until the end, until I don't know. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you so much for sharing all the difficult times and challenges you're facing. We totally understand, and we're for sure with you. And if ISWP can be of any help, please do let me know.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll now open the floor for questions from our colleagues.
Say a word. Thank you, Mimi, for sharing that with us. It's a tremendous amount of accomplishment over a short period of time. They're very lucky to have had your leadership, and the team that you've put together is just truly impressive. The one question I had, and I know you covered a lot of ground in a short period of time, was related to the wheelchair skills training component of it all. I know you've focused a lot on the intermediate level work with adaptive seating and so forth. But one of your slides showed somebody working at coming up a ramp and leaning forward, and it sort of implied that the skills training is part of what you do. And I wonder if you could tell us a little more about how you do that.
Yes, actually, I don't have time to do it at the university. So what I do is I put it on the hands of the student, and I tell them go and read it and ask me question if you have any problem with it. But really, I don't. With 25 hours, I don't have time. That's why I have to work on this on the hours and to advocate for this.
Well, thank you. We're doing our best, especially stimulated by COVID, to develop further remote training opportunities online and so forth, with videos and readings and so forth. And if you're interested in those, they can be found on the Wheelchair Skills Program website, or I could send a link to you.
Of course, it will be great. Thank you.
If I can jump in there as well right now, just on that same topic, Marie, I do have, I think, 4 online modules that are available in French that are based on the Wheelchair Skills Program for the Wheelchair Skills Assessment, Motor Learning Principles, actually 5 modules, and 3 modules on indoor community and advanced skills that I can't remember if I've shared them with you in the past, but if I haven't, I can certainly share those links with you. Because St. Joseph is taught in French, right?
Yes.
The language,
yes.
Yeah, great. I'm happy to share those resources with you.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you, Lee, Paula. So just wanted to add, Mary, I'm sure you know this too. So ISWP also has several online courses with the basic, intermediate, managers and stakeholders, and the training of trainers. So you're welcome to take a look at them and feel free to share them with your students as well.
Yes, of course. I talk a lot about ISWP during the trainings and all that on the website and on the material.
Thank you. We really appreciate that support. Thank you. Does anybody have any other questions for Mary?
I think I don't have any questions, but I'm happy to listen to Mary's presentation. And we had seen the challenges and the positive aspects of it. And I'm happy and privileged on behalf of Mobility India that our small contribution in the training aspect, where Mary was part of it, and it had helped in a little bit in bringing some changes in the country. So I'm happy about it and appreciate for the very good presentation, Mary.
Thank you, Manila.
Thank you.
Miss you.
Yes.
Thank you for all your.
Yes, we too.
Thank you for sharing, Manila. Any other comments, questions? We have a question in the chat from Mintu Bhattacharya. What is the government setup for the streamlining of WSP courses in your country?
You can repeat because I cannot see the chat.
Sure. What is the government setup for the streamlining of WSP courses in your country?
Nothing. There is nothing because yes, we have to work with the Ministry of Education, but the first step is the Ministry of Health and Social Affairs, and then the Ministry or in parallel, I think. But we are in stagnation since 2019 when we began the revolution. So we cannot do anything now. It's a very bad time to do something, or there is nothing to do. Only we have to survive economically and concerning all this promoting something, because it's very difficult and there is nothing. Nobody cares. Nobody wants. No.
It's really sad to hear that. So sorry about your situation. We only hope and pray it gets better.
I hope.
Very soon.
We are used to this kind of situation. The war, when there was war in 1975 till 1990, it was, now it's another kind of war. Before there was missiles and there was, now it's another kind, but we have to survive.
Thank you. And we're so sorry to hear that. We're all praying and hoping, and we're happy to share all the resources we have to help you and your team there. So yeah, please do let us know. We have another question on the chat. Do you have any experience with APT? APT is appropriate paper-based technology.
No.
It's gonna turn on my microphone. Just because some of the designs you have in the seating systems remind me a little bit of that. And I've used the technique a couple of times, especially to help parents make seating systems for their children themselves. So it's a way of making very solid plates actually with cardboard and flour paste. And the thing is, you still need a therapist to help them design and make the pattern for the seating system. But they can make it themselves. They don't need any tools or equipment for that, just cardboard, flour, and a few small things. And it does look like it could be a solution for some people, for some of the patients you're treating.
Here, you know, in our culture, Lebanese people want the most, the final model sometimes. They, you know, so they are searching for the expensive one, saying that it's better for my child. So this is where I propose a solution like less expensive, but we have all the prices in Lebanon. Yani we are a low income country, but when you come to the personnel, they want more and they want the best, and they know about all what happens in the whole world. That's why we have to promote this in our government. But I can use all what you are talking about. I can use them for some people, but the majority wants the best, want the dynamic chair, want the growing up chairs, want the Ottobock. Well, that's why.
I thought so, which is why I was hesitating to ask you this. It's just that I have used it before in like middle income countries, just because it does allow the parents to give their child something extra. Sometimes they use the technique to make like therapy equipment so they can continue the physiotherapy exercises at home using certain tools. And also it lessens the feeling of not being able to do something. It helps them to do something for their child themselves with their own hands, and it does feel, it gives them some empowerment. I kind of like the technique. I'm not really good at it, but I do know people that do give the trainings. If you are ever interested, I can look up their credentials and pass it on to you. Just
why not? It will be some ideas. You can share if you want. I can see for which parents, because we have to select, because Lebanese are demanding. Even we are poor, even we are in bad situation, but we live as.
I have put my email address in the chat. Feel free to email me, and I will look up the names of the books I have on this and of the people that I took the courses with before.
Okay. Thank you.
Else, I will also email you asking for the ad. This is Sarah. And I think it's really interesting, the appropriate paper-based technology. I have looked at it, but I have never used it. So super interesting to learn more about it.
Happy to. I love it too. I love to do it. It's just not everybody wants to do it, but it actually has a lot of potential, a lot of possibilities in many places. Sometimes the problem is simply to get the right equipment somewhere, to get the right tools to build real good seating systems. And then for this, you only need cardboard and flour. So it's kind of just easier logistically sometimes.
Thank you.
Email me and I will return the information.
Sure, thanks. Elsa, do you mind sending those resources to me so that I can distribute to everybody in this group so everybody has access to them?
Oh, sure.
Thank you so much. I want to make sure, does anybody have any other questions, comments for Mary? I have a quick one for you, Mary. You had mentioned about the intermediate training that happened last week. So I was just curious about how you were able to execute it completely in person. Because I'm in India right now.
I'm preparing an email for you. I have many questions. I told for the participants to do the online test and to do the case studies, but I want to be sure. And of course, about the economic situation, about the finance, we have many problems with changing money, or what you say, with
Exchange.
yes, dollars and something like that. So I'm preparing an email for you.
Sure. Yeah, I'm expecting the email. But my question is more related to the COVID situation, and if there's any restriction to have these many students in a class, or how many days can you have an in-person training, those kind of things. How are you able to handle those aspects?
Actually, in SESOBEL, I'm welcoming to maximum 10%. 10%, and we have a big place, so with all the safety conditions, and most of all the professionals are vaccinated also. So I think we are safe till now. So that nothing happens.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Hope so.
But with my student, I'm doing online course, not in person.
Okay. Okay. Sure. Thanks for sharing. Okay. So finally, does anybody have any other comments or questions before we close this meeting today? No? Okay. Thank you so much again, Mary, for your wonderful presentation. And I will be sure to share your presentation and some materials that Els will share with me to the entire group. And I really appreciate everybody's time today. And I will follow up again pretty soon with the other materials and send reminders for our next Academic Training Partners meeting. So thank you so much.
Thanks for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.
Bye.